Hey y'all, it's your girl Sasha E. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be utilizing a new tool on my hair. So you guys, I ended up getting this Split Ender Pro 2, you guys, and I'm so happy to use this. I don't know if y'all remember the infomercials of this back in the day, y'all, where you have a lady with, usually a Caucasian lady with straight hair, using this tool to get rid of her split ends and also still maintaining her length. So I'm very excited to try this out. So I know you guys may be wondering, like, Sash, you just straightened your hair a few weeks ago. You also did a pretty good trim. As you guys could see in that video, when I straightened my hair was super even. I didn't have any see-through ends. My hair looked nice and healthy. But y'all, I believe when your hair is in a straightened stage, you're able to see pretty much all the imperfections. So I kept seeing split ends, y'all. Even though I trimmed my hair, even though it was even, my hair was still split, and I did not like that. Okay, so I was complaining about it. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I don't know what to do, because I kept snipping my ends, going through one by one trying to snip. And my love ended up getting this tool for me, so shout out to you. Thank you for this. It was $145 from Amazon, so pretty much a very expensive pair of scissors. So it was $145 from Amazon, but it promises to snip the ends, not the length. It's easier, faster, and safer than scissors, and it's supposed to safely trim damaged hair ends and split ends in minutes, promotes a healthy looking sheen and silky head of hair. So I've never seen a naturalista use this, but I'm gonna try today and see how it works out for me. As far as my hair, y'all, I did wash it yesterday, and I just decided to put it in some twists. So let me show y'all my hair. Put it in some twists. I didn't apply any more heat to my hair. As y'all can see, my hair is back to being as kinky as ever. Definitely type 4 hair back in the building. I know a lot of y'all were concerned that my hair wouldn't revert properly, but as you guys can see, it looks like it usually looks. But yeah, so I had it in some twists, and then I used this wide tooth comb here to just comb it out. Just comb it out, and then I put it in a section so that when I'm ready to use the tool, that I can have an easier time using it. Alright guys, so I am back, and I want to talk about the hair preparation that's listed here in the instruction manual. So it says to wash the hair to make sure it is free from natural oils and product solution. So I washed my hair yesterday, you guys, and I did not know that this is what it was gonna say. So I do have a little leave-in and a little bit of oil on my hair strands, but hopefully that does not, you know, make the process go bad. If it starts going bad, you know, I'm just gonna stop. But you know, I do have a little bit of product on my hair, and I'm not trying to go back and rewash my hair for this. And it says to completely blow dry the hair thoroughly before using your Split Ender Pro. As you can see, the images in this book is of white people, so blow drying their hair is like us straightening our hair. So if you'd like to try this, you know, it's better to have your hair in a straightened stage. But I'm just gonna try it out for you guys. As I said, if it starts going bad, I'm gonna stop the video, but you know, if it goes well, then you guys can try it my way. And then it says to use super small sections while using the split ender, and to make sure your section is free of tangles, to avoid pulling of the hair. So this came pretty much already charged, and it was very easy to use. I just had to pull out a piece of paper from this, and once I pulled that out, I was able to pull it out from here. I was able to get this thing working. You have the directional switch, so I'm going to be using it this way, and you want it to be going downward. So I'm just going to press that button here, and then this on the back, that's what I'm going to use to go down. And then the hair should come into this little chamber right here. So I'm going to get started with a very small section. So as you guys can see, very small section. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to get this comb it through, make sure it's fully detangled. Then I'm going to get a fine tooth comb, make sure that's fully detangled as well. So then I'm going to get this, put my hair on it, clamp it down. So I see just a little tiny pieces of hair, nothing spectacular, just super tiny. And I don't see any split ends on this section. So far so good. So I'm gonna do the same for this side. Make sure the section is nicely detangled. We'll stretch the hair. I'm gonna get the split ender pro. Y'all, I'm starting to see hair, like for real. Y'all won't be able to see it, but it's there. Ooh, and it says you can go over each section 3 times. So because my hair is in a combed out stage, you will see that I am applying as much tension to it as possible so that it could be as straight as possible, even though I did not use heat. I don't see no split ends in this little section either, so I'm gonna move on. Y'all, I like this. The only thing I will say about it so far is it is kind of heavy. That's the only negative thing I'll say, you know, so far about it. But other than that, y'all, I like this. I feel like this is a game changer, really. Really like a game changer. So I'm gonna split this one in half just because. I'm gonna get my fine-tooth comb, make sure that section is completely detangled, and then I'm gonna apply tension to it, as I said. Y'all, I actually see hair in this thing. And I still got all my little length. I will say my ends weren't like terrible. As I said, I just gave myself a trim a few weeks ago. But as I said, I still saw a few split ends that I just really didn't like it. So I wanted something that could go back in and get the ones that I missed. And for this, you have to remember to use super small sections. As you guys can see, the blades are underneath. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then the hair is supposed to lay on this, and it's not supposed to be thicker than this right here. So this is a little bit more tedious than if you were to do a trim with scissors. So I will say that, but this is definitely really good for preserving length.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better,
I feel like every time I make a pass, y'all, I have to look at it to see how much hair is coming off.
Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down. Be a little.
Yeah, this thing works, y'all. A lot of the hair, as I said before, it's not going in the chamber. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. There you go. So a lot of this hair, these are split ends. They're coming off in the comb, so not all the hair goes inside the chamber. Yeah, y'all, this thing definitely works. I like it so much. Like, what the heck? This is some good stuff, you guys.
Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. Don't hide it. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no gloves. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
So I am done with this section, you guys. Y'all, I really like this thing. This is like the perfect thing for like if you want to dust your ends. Like, this is really a good tool that I will continuously use again and again, y'all. My ends feel a lot better, y'all. As you can see, it's super even. It can't even, it's unraveling at the ends because of just how even it is. I am pleased, y'all. So I'm gonna do the rest of my hair and then I will come back and give you guys my final thoughts. All right, guys, so I am back and I wanted to show you guys my hair in all her glory. So as you can see, my hair looked quite healthy. My ends are pretty even and I did not lose any length. I do want to show you guys some of the hair from the Split Ender Pro. So it was supposed to come with a little brush so that I can brush out all the hair that was cut from my head, but I don't see the brush anywhere. So I tried to get out as much pieces of the hair as I could to show you guys. So this is just a few pieces that I put on this little paper. I hope you guys can see it. So as you guys can see, this is about the length of hair that was cut. So not much hair at all. As I told you guys, I did do a trim about 3 weeks ago, so you know there wasn't much to cut off anyways. It was just a few little pieces that were annoying me that I wanted to get rid of, and I think it did quite a good job. So I do want to talk about the pros and also the cons of using the Split Ender Pro. I did really enjoy it, but let me start off with the cons first. So for one, it is quite expensive, you guys. $145. That's expensive. Like, I remember watching these little infomercials back in the day and it was not that expensive. So I don't know why the price is that expensive now, but it was $145 plus tax. So it is pricey. Number two, you guys, it is heavy. Like, it is such a heavy tool and I was not feeling that at all. Like, my fingers started to actually cramp up and feel quite tender after using it. So I was like, they probably need to work on the design of this a little bit better. It was just something about this little clamp thing, trying to hold on to it or trying to get to it. It just made it a little bit difficult and it made my fingers hurt. So that's number two. And the last con that I have is this process is tedious. I don't know if it's because I have my hair in its natural state. As the instructions suggest, this is supposed to be done on straightened hair, right? So they said blow dried hair for a Caucasian woman or man, but you know, blow dried hair for them is like straight hair for us. So for a natural girl, this is something that you'd want to use on your hair when it's straightened. But since I just straightened my hair and I only straighten my hair once a year, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and try to do it on my natural hair. And it still worked, you guys. It still worked, and I think it still did a great job. It did not chop off my hair. I don't think it chopped off more than it needed to. So yeah, it was fine, but it was very tedious. I had to go section by section, detangle each section, and then I did go over each section 3 times because it does say in the instructions that you could go over each section up to 3 times. So those are the cons. As far as my pros, onto my pros, I have 3 pros. So pro number 1 is, y'all, it works. Like, this works. It did what it said it was going to do, and I'm all for that. Even though my hair wasn't in the optimal conditions to do this, my hair wasn't straightened. I had a little leave-in in my hair with a little bit of oil, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't in the optimal of conditions, but it still worked. As you guys can see, split ends were still cut off of my hair, so that is a major plus. Plus number 2, or pro number 2, is this is a good tool for those who may not know how to trim their hair properly, or for those people who want to retain more length. Depending on how often you trim your hair, usually when you go to trim your hair, you're trimming off at least an inch, so this actually just cuts off what is needed, which is a major pro. And the last pro, you guys, is that it was such an easy tool to use. It looks kind of complicated in the box, but everything comes already together, so it was just super duper easy to use, which I can appreciate. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. Also, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I will try to respond to all of your questions, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. I post on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon Eastern Standard Time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.